Z, way to go, buddy.
Congratulations, buddy.
How cool is that? You know, and as we're watching that footage, you know, like, it's like skinning a rabbit.
Yeah.
Z, here's the deal. A rabbit weighs 2 pounds. An Alaskan bull moose, especially the size you guys took, you know, is about 1,800 pounds. There's a slight difference.
Last evening, Joe and I shot this moose, and by the time we got him called in, we had enough time to get we took a tenderloin out and headed to camp, got back to camp at dark. We're back this morning. We're going to try to get a couple chunks on our packs and start walking out of here. Well, it's the 5th day here in Alaska on top of this mountain. Joe and I spent yesterday butchering the bull. We brought back the 2 hams last night. Maybe we overdid a little bit. They're probably weighing about 140 pounds a piece, 130. Today we're getting up earlier. We're going to head back. Try to get 2 loads out today so we can finish up tomorrow and get back to hunting. We got 2 hams and 2 front shoulders up. We're grabbing some meat bags. We're gonna put our compression straps away, get the backs all bundled back up. It's snowing now. Yesterday was bugs, today it's snowing. We're gonna lash everything down, try to get in there and get a second trip out. And just about burn our legs out for the day. But hopefully we can get 2 trips today and maybe 1.5 trips, 2 trips tomorrow. We'll be Monday to start hunting the following day. So. Well, it's day 6. We got up early this morning. We're fogged in. Visibility's about 40 yards when I was out earlier. And it's cold as the dickens this morning. It snowed last night. We got 6 bags. We got 6 packs of meat up here. We've got 2 more bags to bring up, and then we're free sailing. We're going to hunt some more. We're going to try to do this all over again. I don't really know why, but we got another moose tag, and we're going to try to fill it. Hopefully he's a skinny moose. A skinny moose with big rack.
That's funny. It's 23rd. It was 7 days or something we've been in here. We're fogged in again this morning. Center line went out yesterday, and we got the last load of meat. We got the hide and head to come back in, but because of the fog and the time constraints we're on, we couldn't get 2 loads out, so we got 1 more load to get today. Here we are fogged in again this morning. We probably made a mistake going out yesterday. It was really bad snow conditions. We went once the fog lifted, and it turned into a bad rain. So it pretty much rained on us from the time we left camp to the time we got back, and our gear is completely soaked. I'll tell you one thing, this XPG sleeping bag is a lifesaver. This is, tent is home, but this is home. Zendel. Zendel has taught me the cardinal rule of survival. Let me show you. If you're with Zendel, you will have chocolate. We have this one and 1 more left to get us through 6 days. Once these are gone, we're gonna kill each other.
we're gonna go down and get the head and the hide out, and then we're done. We're ready to start hunting again tomorrow, fresh. So all our clothes are wet. We got a little dilemma there how to dry them, but the sun's trying to burn through the fog. So. Well, we made it back to our mountain. Now all we got to do is climb.
You know, but Z, you know, guys, we're so proud of you. You know, I mean, to take
again the emotion,
to take the bull by the horns, and you know, to have that and have the patience to do the filming, to understand it all, and
the accomplishment of it all.
Wow.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get into Joe's hunt, which, if you can believe it or not, they actually decided after how many days? 4 days of getting Zendel's bull back up to camp, they actually still wanted to go and try getting Joe a bull,
Absolutely.
which I give them a lot of credit for
Sure.
that one. So let's get into Joe's
I
hunt.
don't know if you can see, but we got a redneck garage sale coming on in Alaska, selling some stuff, and we got to sell it fast because that front is going to soak it again. We ended up put down a great moose about 4 or 5 days ago. It took us that long to get him out of the woods. So we're sitting on a top of a ridge. It's almost a saddle that connects a couple different valleys. We can't see the one behind us. It's just there's no way to see it all at one time. But our camp is about over a quarter mile to the southwest. The weather's changed a lot since we first got here. When we first got here, we were sweating to death, and bugs were eating us alive. And we haven't even been here that long, but maybe 7 days. And but as you can see across on the peaks, we've got a lot of snow already. This whole valley was covered in snow yesterday morning. By afternoon, it all melted off the valley, stayed on the peak. And you can see this valley all the way through here. There's a saddle along here. And when the conditions are right, we want to try and call this valley, but it's so windy today, we're just going to sit up in glass and see if we can see anything moving. If we can find a bull moving, we might try and move in on him, depending on where he's at and what time it is. What we've got is a saddle ridge here between two valleys. And Z and I have been glassing these valleys, but we're trying to call any of these bull moose up with a cow call out of these valleys onto the saddle. That's the plan, as self-guided hunters would go. Well, when you're self-guided, you gotta call, even if you haven't called before. Hopefully that sounds like a cow in the heat, not a dying cow. We're gonna sit up on this ridge now and glass both these valleys and see if any of these bulls that might be responsive to the sick thing I just made. So, yeah, he stopped. He's coming towards us. We got a moose coming. We just called a bull out of this valley. You know, we lost him right up here. We're not sure where he's at now. decided we'd sit on this saddle and try and call these two valleys. And we're sitting, we did that, and we're sitting on the ridge watching, and we saw this bull moose. And Zen and I jumped up like two kids in a candy store. We got a bull coming. We worked this bull all the way up this valley, about 180 yards that way. We come down into this point to get a good clearing shot. I shot him in bow range. I could have killed him with my Hoyt. Praise Jesus. Sandal, thanks, man. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, what a beautiful animal. Alaska, self-guided, and Z and I shot 2 moose. That's awesome. I can't even tell you how I feel. That was cool. I'll tell you what, the experience of coming on a self-guided Alaskan moose hunt is far beyond you can imagine. Zendel killed one the other day. We had his bedded. We went down, got right in his bedroom, raked him out. This one we decided, because we haven't found another one by spotting, we came down in this saddle, started calling through this saddle in both sides and pulled him up to us. We think this is probably a little bit younger bull than Zendel's, but he was aggressive. Look at this. He is tore up. Look up here. Right in here, this is all tore up. This paddle is cracked all the way across the back. He's got scars on his side. He's missing hair on his neck. I'm giddy right now, but we still got to hike this back to camp too. We should be less than a mile, and it's not all uphill like Zendel's was. So we're stoked. Good morning, Felicia. How are you today? Can you hear me okay? Okay, this is Joe and Zendel. Good. We've been trying to get a hold of Wade here. We had no signal last night. If you could try and get him the message that we do have another bull down, and we should have it up this afternoon. Finish strapping him the rest of the way in. He should be good and snug. As you can see, all the meat's gone. All we got left to pull out now is the head and the horns. Back at camp. Ooh, our moose hunting is over. We had so much fun, even though the hunt was short and the packing was long. The hunt isn't about the actual kill, it's about this experience. We weren't for sure we were coming out today. He had to come get our meat, and we're both killed out, and he said he's like to try and get us out today too. So we're flailing about trying to pack everything up here. His buddy Ken's landing here, and we're gonna load up again. Here comes that Piper cub, and it dips down into the valley, and next thing you know, we see it land right on the side of the mountain. Taxis up to us, and out pops Ken. Ken's one of Wade's guys that flies in and helps him out and stuff like that. And he starts taking our moose meat and packing it in that Piper cub. Took a load out and came back, took a load out and came back, loaded up, and Z and I are looking at our rack saying, well, how are we gonna get these in a Piper cub? We've never done this before. Ken jumps into the Piper cub, rips out a lashing strap. Next thing you know, we're strapping these 2 huge Alaskan moose racks to the wings of a Piper cub. We take off, fly off the side of the mountain same way, we dip down and come right back up, flies us back into Russian Mission. Wade's waiting there with the maul. We land right on the Yukon River, right on the edge in the sand. Load up the maul and head back to Bethel. Ralph and Vicky came to us and asked us if we want to do a self-guided moose hunt, and Zeno and I both.
We weren't really sure we could do it, but we were confident that we would sure try.
Absolutely. Dedicated all summer long. We were walking with our packs, which I highly recommend you walk even more and with more weight than we did, because even when we got there, trying to be ready, it was tough.
I don't believe anything will prepare you for Alaska until you get there.
No,
we really have to thank Ralph and Vicky for the opportunity.
Without question.
for Wade for letting us go in the bush alone.
Yeah, I think he questioned a little bit. Once he met us the first time, I think Wade was like, I don't know. These guys might be bear bait. I don't know.
And we have to thank Felicia and Chip and Ken and Bobby and everyone there was just, they're all top notch, and they helped us in every way possible. It was a true trip of a lifetime.